All right, let's dive into 1805. This was a year that literally split the world in two.
So you've got this one guy conquering a whole continent while an entire empire is just dominating the oceans.
So Europe's big players team up to stop Napoleon. His response? He just marches his massive army east.
And when we say massive, we mean it. His Grande Armée was a force of about 165,000 soldiers.
His campaign was a total whirlwind, major victory after major victory in just a few short months.
That brilliant win at Ulm, it threw the gates to Austria's capital wide open, which fell November 13th.
And then came his absolute masterpiece, the Battle of Austerlitz. Talk about a defining moment.
And get this, he was outnumbered, but his genius strategy still scored him a massive victory.
The war wraps up with the Treaty of Pressburg. And just like that, Napoleon is the master of Europe.
Okay, so Napoleon's got the land locked down, but out at sea, it's a whole different story.
Nelson's tactic was totally revolutionary. He didn't line up, he just slammed right into the enemy line.
The results were just wow. The British lost 0 ships. The French and Spanish, they lost 22. And even though Nelson himself was killed, his victory secured Britain's rule of the seas for 100 years.
But you know, this huge fight in Europe wasn't the only thing happening in 1805.
Yeah, all over the world, countries were growing, wars were ending, and new dynasties were kicking off.
And what's really wild is that even with all this conflict, culture and innovation were still booming.
I mean, from opera to sports to royal ceremonies, things happened that we still celebrate today.
Check this out, an aqueduct over 300 meters long. Just shows you the amazing engineering of the time.
So at the end of 1805, there's no clear winner. It's basically a massive strategic stalemate.
This created the fundamental conflict that would define the rest of the Napoleonic Wars.
So that's the big question, right? With land and sea divided, how could this struggle ever be won? Thanks for joining this explainer.